Chapter 7. What happens next? Brian sat slumped on the worn leather couch, the room cloaked in dim light. The single bulb above flickered weakly, throwing long, jagged shadows that crawled across the walls. A crushed beer can dangled loosely in his grip, spilling a thin trickle onto the rug. He didn't notice. His mind spun, caught between disbelief and the slow, steady erosion of his sanity. From across the hollow chambers of his head came the voice, taunting, sharp, impossible to ignore. "You ready to stop sulking and face the facts, Brian?" Mr. B sneered. "Or are we just going to sit here and drool like a mutt waiting for scraps?" Brian shot to his feet, pacing the room. "Face what? That you're a homicidal maniac dragging me into hell? I don't even know what's real anymore because of you." "Oh, come on." Mr. B chuckled, smooth and venomous. "Don't pretend you didn't need me. You begged for me. You were too weak to swing when it mattered. That's why I'm here. You called for me." Brian's jaw tightened. "I didn't call for you to mutilate people, to kill them. And no, you wanted them to suffer," Mr. B corrected, his tone hardening. "And now they do. You think you can walk away?" Too late. Flashes of violence ripped through Brian's head. Scenes he didn't want to see. Moments he swore weren't his. Blood on the floor. A severed ear in his hand. Dr. Madison's terrified face. "Stop," Brian whispered, gripping his temples. "I don't want to see it." "Then open your eyes wider," Mr. B snapped. The memory the walls of the apartment dissolved into the pale, sterile light of Dr. Madison's office. Brian sat there again, across from her, the faint scent of antiseptic filling his lungs. She studied him, notepad balanced delicately on her knee. Her voice was calm, too calm, each word dropping like a pebble into water. "Brian, you've been holding on to anger for too long," she said softly. "If we don't confront it, it will consume you. Let's work through this together." Her words scraped at him, clinical and hollow. His fists tightened in his lap. Beneath it all, the whisper came. "She doesn't understand," Mr. B hissed. "She's another suit with a degree, pretending she knows what it's like to live in your skin. Let's show her real progress." Brian shook his head. "No," he muttered. But he was already moving. He lunged, the room exploding into chaos. Dr. Madison's notepad clattered to the floor. Her scream cut the silence in half. Blood streaked the walls as he stood over her, chest heaving. In his hand, a severed ear, warm and slick. "Do you hear me now?" he growled, his lips twisted into a sneer. "It looks like you needed an ear job." Dr. Madison writhed, clutching her head, her screams unraveling into broken whimpers. Brian's other hand fished her ID card from her pocket, smearing it with blood as he held it up to the light. "You took an oath," he hissed. "What did that mean to you?" He turned, leaving her sobs to fade behind him. Back to the apartment, Brian jolted back to the present with a sharp gasp, clutching his head. His whole body trembled. "I lost control," he whispered. "That wasn't me. I didn't want to hurt her. But you didn't stop me," Mr. B reminded him with relish. "You never do. You needed me, Brian. You'll need me again." Brian's eyes burned. "And no, I'm done with you." Mr. B's laughter filled the corners of the room, low and knowing. "Sure you are." "Tell me, want to know what happens next? Or would you rather keep playing the innocent fool?" Brian's breath came ragged, but his voice steadied. "Just tell me what you've been doing." The reply came in a voice almost paternal, dripping with false warmth. That's more like it. "Let's talk about Yolanda." Brian froze. "Yolanda? She's the courtroom clerk. She gave me information, that's all." Mr. B's laugh was a jagged sound, like glass breaking in the dark. "Just a clerk. Brian, Yolanda and I have been spending plenty of time together. While you were too busy blacking out, I took the reins." Brian's knees weakened. "You mean you've been with her? Behind my back? If there's such a boring word," Mr. B drawled. "She gave us information. Lists. Names. Not just the faces from the courtroom, Brian. More. Judges, attorneys, witnesses. Every one of them part of the game. Every one of them marked." Brian staggered back against the wall. His throat was dry, his voice barely a rasp. "And no, she wouldn't, she couldn't. If she did, Mr. B cut him off. She told me all about Judge Smith's brother, the drunk who murdered your children. And the cover-up. The lies. The silence. Everyone played their part." Brian's breath caught. You knew this whole time and never told me?" "I did tell you," Mr. B snapped. "You weren't listening. You never do. Brian's fist tightened until his knuckles. You bastard. Calm yourself, Mr. B said coolly. We've got work to do. Grab another beer, sit down, and listen. You're late to the story. I'll catch you up. Brian hesitated, but the pull of exhaustion was stronger. His hands shook as he drank. Mr. B's voice coiled through his mind like smoke. And now let's begin. You're a murderer, Brian. Stop pretending otherwise. The bulb flickered. The walls seemed to lean inward, pressing close. The beer can crumpled in his hand, dripping foam onto the floor. Brian stared blankly ahead, caught between horror and surrender, as Mr. B's laughter filled the silence.